Hello, everyone, and today we're going to be talking about a mod, another port for Total War Rome Remastered, and this is AHOW 11's Vanilla Enhancement mod, which was officially ported, I want to say a few months ago. I can't quite remember. I should have made a video on it before, but I didn't have much time. Anyway, this mod for the original Rome Total War was quite popular in recent years, and its goal was to kind of keep the vanilla feel of the game in terms of the looks, especially, while expanding on the gameplay in terms of making the economy more complex, making unit rosters more complex, and expanding the map so that it's a nice large map, while combining the Roman factions and making things a little more historically accurate, but not changing the feel of the original game too much, right? So I'll show you a few aspects of it here, but let's quickly go through the factions here. So it's pretty much the vanilla factions, Rome without the families, Macedon, the Ptolemaic Empire, the Seleucids, Carthage, Parthia, but there are a few new ones, and those include the Thracians, races in vanilla, the Nabateans, the Illyrians, and the Bosporans. So these, of course, are completely new factions that were added into the original vanilla enhancement mod. And of course, they carry over into the port here. This is a straight port. So it's pretty much the last, I believe, the last version of the vanilla enhancement mod. Yeah, let's get into a game, and I'll show off some of the aspects of the campaign, and I'll show you how this might be the mod for you if you prefer the feel of classic Rome Total War rather than Rome Remastered. All right, so here we are in the campaign as Pontus, one of my favorite factions, of course. And one thing you might notice as I'm going through these unit cards is that these are the original Rome Total War style units. So the vanilla enhancement mod keeps pretty much all the same characters from vanilla and everything, just provinces, just adapted for a larger map. And this, I believe, is this is a corrected version, an edited version of the map that was used in the original Roma Surrectum. So Roma Surrectum, of course, you could argue the most popular mod for the original Rome Total War. Roma Surrectum had a first version, and it had a big map, and I believe it was this one, or a different version of this one. And it extends to Central Asia. It doesn't go all the way to Bactria. And that's the big thing about this map. So it could expand a little bit more in terms of the sort of it's not completely vanilla because you have enough room to add Parthia in a more historical start position, but it doesn't involve any Indian provinces or Central Asia, so no Bactria either, or Central Asian Scythians. So in that regard, some people might prefer the scale of this one. Some people prefer having a larger landmass. This one is a little more focused. I kind of like this. But anyway, as you can see, this mod is a complete port. So even though like a lot of the units in this mod are the vanilla unit rosters, so it is the vanilla enhancement mod. So most of the units are actually from vanilla, but they are edited versions, of course. But you've got the Eastern Light Cavalry, which is a standard unit for Pontus, Eastern Heavy Cavalry, and these are the original Rome Total War units that have just been upscaled with their textures and ported to Rome Remastered. So if you prefer the look of everything in the original Rome Total War in terms of the units, then there you go. This mod kind of preserves that vanilla original Rome Total War feel in terms of the graphics. And a lot of the faction, let me toggle the Fog of War again here. a lot of the faction symbols are some of them have been updated. Like I believe Pontus is an updated one. Um, Magadon is an updated one. Armenia is an updated one. The Scythians have an updated one. Parthia too. Now, those factions had pretty ridiculous faction symbols in the original Rome Total War. So this mod kind of keeps the vanilla styling, but it edits them to be more historical. So it's not like a complete graphical overhaul, but it just makes things a little bit more believable without taking away from the original vanilla feel of the game. So anyway, I want to get into a battle, or I want to talk a little bit about the economy. So the economy in vanilla enhancement, so it includes culture buildings. So you actually it does utilize the religion mechanic here in terms of cultures. So you have Eastern culture, Western civilized culture, and then barbarian culture, nomadic culture, things like that. So that's actually kind of cool. It's not overly complex, but it kind of forces you to wait a bit as you expand rather than just conquering things in a few turns. Other than that, there are a few extra buildings. For example, grain exports is something that Amasya has, or Pontus has, so it's a fertile region, so it has this unique building, which gives it a tax income bonus. Hopefully not a penalty. But anyway, and the other buildings are, of course, vanilla, even though their effects have been changed. I believe this is similar to the economy in some of the Rome Total Realism mods. I can't remember the exact name of the Rome Total Realism mod this takes the economy idea from. It's not Platinum Edition, and it's not. It might be 7 or 8. 8, yeah. Anyway, an important aspect of the building tree are also the colony buildings. So, of course, we have Pontic 4 colony building in the capital of Pontus. And as you conquer new territories, what you have to do is create colonies in order to kind of expand your own local population in the region. And that, of course, gives you bonuses to happiness, tax income, population growth, and then I believe it's a requirement for other advanced buildings for actually increasing the size of your town and perhaps unit recruitment as well. But anyway, that's pretty cool as well. That's kind of a system that's similar to what Rome Total Realism Platinum Edition has, so I really like that. It doesn't stray too far from vanilla. Like it doesn't feel like a totally different game, like something like Europa Barbarorum, but it does make things take a little bit longer. You have to be a little more thoughtful in your expansion rather than just expanding mindlessly. So anyway, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show in regards to the way the religion mechanic has been implemented into this vanilla style Rome Total War campaign, and of course the ported units. So let's get into a battle, and I will showcase a little bit how these units look in Total War Rome Remastered. These ported vanilla style units from Vanilla Enhancement. And one other thing to talk about are the unit stats. So, of course, the economy has been changed in terms of what the buildings, the effects are, but the unit stats are also changed as well. Not as much as other mods change them, like Chivalry or Europa Barbarorum have unit stats that are totally different from Vanilla Roma Surrectum as well. This mod is a little bit more vanilla in style, but it just slows them down a little bit. I like all of them. I like all of them. You just adjust your play style depending on what you're playing. But this one is one way to rebalance the unit stat. So let's get into a battle here, and I'll showcase some of the units, and that'll be pretty much it for today's video. One other thing I definitely want to mention are the traits and ancillaries for the characters. So, of course, since the mod adds the religion mechanic that was added in Barbarian Invasion, the original mod was for the Alexander expansion, so it had access to the religion mechanic. All the traits have been updated in regards to that. So you have, like, this man is Eastern, he's civilized Eastern, so you get plus 5% Eastern immigration. You have different types of command traits as well. And of course, he's also a Persian of ethnicity, so that gives Eastern civilized immigration as well into his provinces. Yeah, so anyway, the traits have also been updated in the mod to reflect the new campaign mechanics as well. All right, so here we are in battle here. And as you can see, we've got the sort of vanilla style Pontic General here, or Eastern General. Of course, this is very, very vanilla style. So rather than having a Pontic General, it's the Eastern General unit that's shared between the Eastern factions. And it's quite a nice looking unit. I'd say upscaled, it looks pretty good. Probably a little better than ports that were done earlier on in Rome Total War Remastered's life cycle. So, like, a lot of this chainmail looks a little bit better in this port, I think because the AI upscaling has advanced a little bit more. So it looks a little bit better. And of course, we have our general. Looks pretty nice with the AI upscaling. And our officer, so this officer is definitely from Vanilla Enhancement. This is not a vanilla one. And he has a horn, which is pretty cool. I don't know if anyone would hold it like that, but, you know, to each his own. And of course, the nice banner carrier. And we've got our peltists here. Anyway, as you can see, I just want to show you one last thing here before we cut the video. So the enemy troops have archers, and these are, of course, the sort of vanilla original Rome Total War style archers. They look pretty good upscaled. And we've got our Eastern Infantry with the captain and officers, and they are the Eastern Infantry who are the pajama boys of the original Rome Total War. So yeah, if you enjoy videos about the historical Total Wars and their mods, if you enjoy mods for Rome Total War Remastered that are kind of more classic in graphical style, more akin to the classical Rome Total War style, then you might like this mod. Consider subscribing to the channel, consider liking this video, and I'll see you in the next one later.